It's time for sports. Let's say hello to Ketevan Gorgistani.
Hi, François.
And a normal day at the office for Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer at the Australian Open.
Yes, but not exactly the same experience. Let's start with Roger Federer. They're, of course, both through, but Roger Federer had to survive a good test, an impressive test from a British qualifier, Dan Evans. Now, the world number 189, pushing the Swiss to a tiebreaker in the first two sets. But, of course, Federer used his experience to win the crucial points. The third seed broke Evans in the fourth game of the third set and closed out the match with that beautiful backhand winner down the line, 7-6, 7-6, 6-3. The 37-year-old advancing to the third round of the Australian Open for the 20th time in a row. Rafael Nadal, well, he had a much easier time cruising through his match against Matthew Ebden, 6-3, 6-2, 6-2. Frances Tiafoe had the upset of the day, beating the diminished fifth seed Kevin Anderson, 4-6, 6-4, 6-4, 7-5. Croatia's Marin Cilic hit 25 aces to beat Mackenzie McDonald, 7-5, 6-7, 6-4, 6-4. While Diego Schwartzman survived a 5-set marathon to beat Denis Kudla. Now in the women's draw, the defending champion Caroline Wozniacki eased past Johanna Larsson. The Dane controlled play from the baseline and won 70% of her first serves while making 14 fewer unforced errors than her opponent as she wrapped up the match in 66 minutes, 6-1, 6-3. This victory setting up a third-round clash against Maria Sharapova, the Russian easing past Rebecca Peterson, 6-2, 6-1. Meanwhile, the 2016 champion Angelique Kerber is also through to the third round after a 6-2, 6-3 win over Beatrix Haddad-Maia. Fifth-seeded Sloane Stevens advanced in straight sets at the expense of her former doubles partner Timea Babos. Czech Petra Kvitova and France's Caroline Garcia are also through in straight sets. On to the night's NBA action now. Philadelphia thrashed Minnesota with a 42-point win. Joel Embiid leading the way for the Sixers with 31 points on the night. Ben Simmons had 20, while Jimmy Butler added 19 for his first game against his former team. Philadelphia scoring 83 points in the first half alone and hit a franchise record 21 three-pointers during that game to eventually win it 149 to 107. Meanwhile, the Pacers continued their good run by clinching a 9th win in 11 games as they beat the Suns 131 to 97. The Bucks handed the Heat their worst loss of the season, and it was a team effort with 7 Milwaukee players finishing in double digits to win it by 38 points. And finally, the Splash Brothers making it rain as the Warriors beat the Nuggets 142 to 111. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson combining for 62 points. Golden State also setting a new NBA record with 51 points in the first quarter alone. And we finish with some football. Several Ligue 1 games playing tonight in France. Part of the fixtures that were postponed due to security concerns over the Yellow Vest protest back in December. Among the games, Monaco versus Nice. Now, since taking over at Monaco, Thierry Henry has won just 2 of 10 league matches, and his side is now second from bottom and 4 points from safety midway through the season. 2017 French champions bringing in reinforcements during this transfer window, including Cesc Fabregas, though none of Monaco's new signings are eligible to play in this game tonight, which was initially scheduled before the winter break. Now, this match will also be interesting to watch because it will be a coaching showdown between former France and Arsenal teammates Thierry Henry and Patrick Vieira, with both men ready to put their friendship aside for 90 minutes.
It is strange because we spent so much time together. We played, we won, we lost games playing in the same team, and we started our career him here in Monaco and me in Cannes. So we always been quite really close to each other, and it's quite funny that we are both in the south of France for our first coaching career, I will say it, in France. And And I think we are both really exciting about it.
For a little bit, we're not going to like each other because we're not supposed to like each other playing that type of game. That's the way it is, and that's the way it's always going to be. But he's a friend of mine. At the end of the game, that won't change that. And he's a guy that I really admire, not only as the player that he used to be, but the man himself also. So hopefully it can be a good game, and we win at the end.
Let's take a quick look at the other matches, most of them kicking off in just a few minutes. Lyon will be traveling to Toulouse, hoping to stay ahead of their bitter rivals Saint-Etienne. Saint-Etienne, who will be facing struggling Marseille, with the Southerners looking to return to their winning ways. Marseille have not won a single game since November 25th. Finally, Guingamp will be facing Brittany rivals Rennes. That Saint-Etienne-Marseille game will be the late game, François, kicking off at 9 p.m.
And you got to wonder about the fate of coach Rudy Garcia if Marseille lose again. Yes. Kedevan Gorgestani, many thanks. We'll have those results for you later, coming up at the top of the hour. More